Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years. We're dedicated to delivering quality auto parts, expert customer service, fast and free shipping, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. So visit us at 1AAuto.com, your trusted source for quality auto parts.
Our air filter box is a little bit hacked up, but removing it should be the same process. You just have to lift it straight up, and there's two posts on the bottom of the air filter box that slide into rubber grommets. So it's easy enough to just pull them straight up. Around the outside edge, you have a handle that you just lift up. And at that point, you can remove the plastic air filter housing and the air filter itself. On this end, to remove this, there's a couple of slots that you can pop a flat tip screwdriver in, and the center comes right out. The troubling part is that there's a wire on the bottom that's holding it in place right here. So a trick to doing this is pull this grommet out, turn it sideways, and feed it back in the hole a little bit, and that will allow you to gain access to this clip, which you squeeze and release. Now you have your mass airflow sensor out of the vehicle. With the airflow meter off of the vehicle, you can see there's a 10mm nut on this side and one on this side. We'll use a 10mm socket and a ratchet to remove these. Once you crack them loose, they're very easy to remove just by hand. And then you should be able to just slide the mass airflow sensor off of the two studs. You can see, comparing the old part with the new part, they look identical in every way. Same connectors on the ends. The insides look the same. The sensors also look the same inside these holes. This is where the actual magic happens. The air flows through here and it measures temperature and the air mass that's going through the sensor. The housings themselves are obviously extremely similar. And replacing it will get your truck fixed up right. This hole is actually, it's in the center, but the studs are off center. So you'll see that the mass airflow sensor only fits on one way, and that is not correct. It needs to sit on this direction for it to line up with the hole in the center. Once you have it over the studs, you can reinstall the two 10mm nuts. Start them off by hand as always. And then you can tighten them down with your 10mm socket and extension. All right, back at the car. What we want to do is plug in the sensor first, right here. Just snaps right into place. And then your rubber grommet right here needs to go back on the outside. So we need to feed this rubber grommet back through the hole. Make sure you don't tug on the wires too hard, because you don't want to damage the wire in any way. Rubber grommet is snapped back into place. And then you should be able to snap this part back in place as well. You can see it has a little tab that it lines up with. Our air filter is obviously very dirty. We'll be replacing that, but in the interest of showing you how it's installed, you put the air filter on first, and then you get your plastic air filter housing. Now, there is a tab on it that needs to line up, so you're gonna make sure your tab is lined up before you put this band around the center. If the tab is lined up and the band is around the center all the way around, you can snap that back into place. You wanna go find your two studs on the bottom and push them right down into the rubber grommets.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.